Hey guys, welcome back. In this particular video, we will be discussing about Cloud Hub connector. So we will first go through the documentation and then we will walk through the different capabilities offered by the connector. So let's get started. So this is about the Cloud Hub connector available for MuleSoft category, and it enables to connect to the Cloud Hub API from our Mule application. So whatever you can think of, right from the notification, listing the notification, getting the app level details, all the things we can do from the application flow. But it will make sense only when you are having all the application getting deployed within the Cloud Hub environment. It is not that successful if we compare with the on-premise setup. Okay. So having said that, I will quickly walk through the basic things about it. So Cloud Hub configuration will require three things like username, password, and the environment. Environment could be design, sandbox, or production, or whatever environment you have already created within the Anypoint platform. This is the POM file configuration, and you can also add the connected directly from the Anypoint Exchange. I will show you that how to do that. Okay, and this is the Cloud Hub configuration. So three things it will look for. Okay, this is the XML format of the same, and the rest of the things is about creating the notification and setting up the different custom properties within that. So we will be covering all these things within our use case. It provides the list notification, mark a notification as read, list the different application, retrieve an application, and all the other related things. So without any further ado, let's quickly jump to the Anypoint Studio. Hey guys, this is Anypoint Studio, and I'm into the Cloud Hub uh, project which I have already created. So as you can see, there are a couple of flows which I have already created. So I will walk through each of them and will try to explain like what it is all about. So in order to enable the this Cloud Hub connector within your Anypoint Studio, what you have to do, you have to just click on the search in Exchange, and it will open up, and you have to search for Cloud Hub, and it will show within the listing, and select this one and put it onto the right hand side using the add button. And once it is being enabled, select it and click on finish. Since I have already done this process, so that's why I'm not going to add it again, so I will cancel it. After that, you can right click and click a new project. I have renamed this project as Cloud Hub, and it is being created on 4.3 version of Mule Runtime. Now, I will go through the first one, that is list application. So this is basically HTTP listener which I have directly drag and drop from the palette list. Okay, and this is having a path of list apps. If you check in the advanced, it is a get method by default, and the list application configuration, you have to just drag and drop. You have to go for Cloud Hub and drag and drop this list application over here. It will come up with this thing as blank connector configuration blank. You have to click on plus sign, and how it will look like at that time, it will be something like this: username, password, and environment. So it will be like you need to provide your Cloud Hub username, the Cloud Hub password, and the environment accordingly. I will click on test connection and let's see if it works. Yes, it is working fine. Also, as you can see, it is sandbox for now, and even you can change it to the you can pick it from the property configuration property as well. How to set up the configuration property, that is being covered in one of my previous videos, so please have a look. I will share the connect of that particular video in the description of this particular video as well. Now let's go to the configuration of list application. So I will be retrieving all the log levels, all the tracking settings, and retrieve IP addresses as well. I'm not going to retrieve the statics, so that's why it is false, and it will retrieve for the last 1 hour of information. Okay. After that, I have put down a transform message. This is optional in nature. If you don't want to use it, you can skip this as well. And basically it is going to give me a array of objects, and it will be having primarily all these things like version ID, domain, full domain, all the things will come up, including the worker details. So I am not interested in all of these, so I have picked up, or you can say filter out, some of the special things which I am of more interested, like domain, full domain, worker details, along with the number of workers, the mule version, and the region in which the application is being deployed. So let's quickly run this application. By the time it gets ready, I will quickly configure my Postman. So this is the Cloud Hub, localhost 8081 list apps, the first flow which we are going to test. I'm just waiting for this to get up, and it's good. I will clear up the console and hit it from Postman. So as you can see, it is giving me domain, the full domain name, the worker name, weight, CPU, memory, number of workers, mule version, and region. And it will be repeated for all the three application which is now deployed in my AnyPoint platform. So let me show you what is the content over there. So it will retrieve all the things from the runtime manager configuration. So I will jump to there. It will take me a couple of seconds to show you. So it is having three apps, and all the details are being captured in this particular as well. We have credit card app, we are having a cricket app, and we are having a greetings app. So all three are being listed over here. Now let's go to the second use case. I will clear this guy. Second is for the get app. Get app is looking for the path as slash get app, and um, it is a get method in nature, and we need to pass the app name using the query params. Then we have used the same Cloud Hub connector configuration as we have configured in list application. Within the domain, we have to just pass the application name, which could be greetings app, credit card app, or the cricket app. After that, there is a transformation which I have placed over here, and just want to pick up only certain things like which are of our interest. You can plus and minus the elements as per your requirement, and after that there is a logger which is going to print all the transform message as a payload. So let's see this as well. I will go to the Postman and will check out the get app, and I will click on the send button. So it has retrieved all the cricket app related details, uh, domain, full domain, status, worker, worker status, mule version, and the region in which it is being deployed. So this was all about the get app. Now we'll go for the create notification. So let me tell you a brief about it. It starts from the HTTP listener and having the path as notification. Within the advanced, you can see it is a get method. I am going to log something like create notification is being triggered. After that, there is a choice which checks on two conditions, like if the query param is having a name as any name similar to this. If it is there, then it will follow this path. Otherwise, it will go to the second path in which notification will be created along with a raise error will be generated. That is the custom error. Now let's go to the this particular part, create notification. So the create notification is basically the valid name will be the message, and along with that we can pass the custom properties as well, like date and the customer ID. Along with that, I am setting the priority of this notification as info only and the transaction ID as UUID. So this was for the positive scenario, and for the negative scenario in which the query parent, that is name, is not equal to Ankur, then in that case I will print the message as error occurred trying to process the customer data. Same customer properties are being set along with only changes for the error. We are going to pass priority as error in this case, and we are going to generate a raise error as well using custom error as the type. From here it will jump to the on error propagate scope, in which we are putting up the transformation message as negative scenario 500 and again creating a notification. Okay, and you can see the priority is again error over here. Now there is a thing which we need to configure. This is for the credit card app. Okay, now if I go inside this alerts, you can see there is a technical error which is being already configured. So how to configure it? You have to just select the plus button, and after that a form will open up something like this, and you can put the name of this technical error. What is the severity? Critical means error, info and warning are the other two things, and this will be about the application specific error. So it gives Cloud Hub and the hybrid, I think. Yeah, so you can select the Cloud Hub, and the applications will be credit card app, which we have configured in Flow as well. After that it gives the different options, like it about CPU deployment failed or different other things, but I have used the custom application notification. So whenever the priority is error and it contains the word error in it, it is going to frame this particular message. Okay, and it will send to the recipient. If you want to add any new recipient, you have to simply type the email ID. Okay, so it says if it is not in your organization level, then you have to hit enter to add the new email ID. So like that you can add. Okay, so I have already added one of my email ID over here. So that's it about it, and I will click on submit. After that it will come back on this error on this particular page, and it will show the listed technical error alert. Okay, so this was all about the technical error on the AnyPoint platform side. Now let's try to run this create notification as well. I will go to the Postman, and this is my create notification app. So as you can see, I am not passing Ankur, which is the desirable option. One second, let me check. It's capital N, so we need to be very particular about it. Okay, so I will click on the send button and let's see what happens. So it says 500 error, and error is being created within the payload as well. What does our log says? I will word wrap it and create notification triggered from this particular log. After that it goes to the otherwise path. Here you can see the otherwise path, and then it goes for the create notification is being done, and then it raises the error, due to which it enters into the on error propagate, and two times it should create the notification. So almost 22:57 is the time. Let's check the email. Give me a moment. So this is the 10:57. So just be particular about the message. For the create notification in the error propagate, technical error occurred. So here it is, the technical error occurred. I need to change the spelling, it's not correct. And the first one was to error occurred trying to process customer data. So this is coming out from here. Okay, so from this I have demonstrated how to create the notification. Even you can create the notifications for the info level as well, but alert should be normally for the error or the warning. Now the last part of this particular use case is about list and mark the notification. So what we are going to do, we are going to initiate this list notification operation, and it is get in nature, and we will first list all the notification which are being active on this credit card app. After that, if it returns in any payload or the size is greater than zero, then it is going to mark that notification as read. Okay, it gives a different option like read or unread, or you can put it empty as well. And if it is if the size of payload is equal to 0, then it will follow the default path. It will raise the error and it will come over here and create the notification. Otherwise it will go to the transform message and it will print the message finally, and it will come out of the this entire flow. So let's quickly go to the postman and the last one, list and mark. So I have executed or clicked on the send button. So now you can see there are a couple of errors or alerts are being there. Technical error occurred, process customer data, and there is one more for ASD3. So in short, uh, there are two there are two alerts along with some metadata. Okay, now it should ideally should not there is no scenario in which notification is being created. So if I check my email, there should be no any new notification. So that's fine, right? Now let's try to hit one more time. So no notification available for the marking 200. Okay, because now it will go to the negative scenario of error continuing, but it will going to create a notification. And let's see the message, error while listing or marking the notification. So let's check in our mailbox. So error while listing or marking the notification is being created. So with this I have shown like how to use the different available options of Cloud Hub connector, and I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.